and welcome to the halftime analysis on It's All Black and White TV with me and John. England 3, Iran 0. I've lost some of my voice because I was shouting when we scored 3 times, absolutely. Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka and Raheem Sterling with the goals. 14 minutes of injury time. Goalkeeper went off. That was a bit of a sham. I'm sorry. I think their medical staff were absolutely awful. We knew he was struggling. Why didn't they just take him off the pitch? The medical staff should have said to the keeper, sorry, mate, you can't stay on. You're not well enough. Get off. Get the sub keeper on. But he got on, tried to play on. And then when he tried to play on, what happened? He went down again and he done the substitute sign. I mean, John, give me a thought to the first half, but also, first of all, before you give me the thought to that, what about the debacle with the medical team with the goalkeeper? I mean, I thought that was an absolute shambles, John. And if anything happens to him now, the medical team need to take responsibility 100%.
Totally, it's not much to add to that, mate. What you said there, mate, you're right. Asking too, by the way, and people in the chat as well. Look, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's absolutely farcical, man. I mean, he had a concussion. We can all see that, right? But he was no state to continue, man. No state to continue, right? If you've got a clash of heats, right? You know, any form, you should be off that pitch straight away. No ifs, no buts, right? He was clearly, he couldn't continue. He looked at a very awful state, right? And you know what it is, right? I mean, I don't know if they time wasting. Is it because they're kind of under pressure? I don't know, but you know what it is, Tony, right? The medical staff should be sacked because I tell you something could have happened to him. Do you know what I mean? Pretty badly. Do you know what I mean? But 14 minutes of that was absolutely shocking. It really was, man. But you're right. It's a shambles, man. He should not continue to play. Honestly, man. Someone needs to happen about that. I mean, I don't think he should continue in the World Cup. Should they get them, man? No. Poor.
Well, the thing is, John, they've been a bit through the first half. Iran have been going in with the tackles. They've only had 1 yellow card. Supposedly this referee is very harsh.
Yeah.
Why didn't the referee book more of these players? Because I mean, they've been absolutely woeful. Some of their players, they're just going in for tackles. They're deliberately trying to disrupt play. But Jude, I mean, was that a penalty on Maguire? I mean, did VAR not give it because the referee didn't give it? So, you know, it looked like Maguire was grabbed, didn't it? You know, and I mean, he was unlucky when he crashed off the crossbar from Kieran Trippier's corner, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it looked a penalty all day long, man. He did grab onto Maguire and he went down. If you hold a player in the penalty box, then you're asking for trouble, really, because it gives the referee a decision to make. But this referee didn't give a decision to make. He just allowed the play to carry on, and it was definitely a pen. Why did not check out on VAR? That's what it's there for, man.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, we've controlled this game, and we've gone into this World Cup on the back of not winning the game in 6 games. We've come into this World Cup, John. We're 3-0 up at half time. We could have been 4 or 5 at half time, and we don't look like a team who've been struggling to win games. We look like a team who's been winning games week in, week out.
Yeah.
I mean, we've turned up at this World Cup now, and do you think we're playing a better system? I think we're playing more attacking, and that's better. But what I would say is the second half, we don't take the foot off the gas. We continue. It doesn't matter how many you score, because goal difference is the big thing in a group as well.
Massive, mate. Absolutely massive. Because if you look at a team, we've got a team full of goals here. Right? We've got a team full of goals. Wales doesn't score a lot unless you're Gareth Bale. Iran, it's been proved they look a very poor outfit. And the United States, they do run a lot, but again, they just don't score enough at all whatsoever. But I'm a big McKennie fan because he makes things happen in the midfield. But look, at the end of the day, right, you're right. You've got to keep going, be ruthless. We go to the last 16. So the opponent's got to worry about us and thinking, you know what? They look very good in the group stage. They look lethal in the group stage. Scored all these scores, right? We got to defend properly. We're the ones got to be an attacking side, Tony. Do you know what I mean? What we saw in the first half, right? You just mentioned there, we're not struggling. it does look like a team that's struggling to score goals and that's struggling to win games. We are playing really well. Now, if you just play to that system every time, every game, right, and have a real go, have a plan. You have to have a game plan, Tony, in every single game. Have a plan, have a game plan, stick to it, and then they know what you're all about. If we keep changing the plan all the time with the same manager, then it's just going to refuse to play us a bit. This is a perfect formation, Tony. 4-3-3. Jude Bellingham, outstanding midfield. Mason Mount's playing well, I'm not going to lie. Right? And Declan Rice does Declan Rice things, just sit. But at the end of the day, Tony, right, we just got to keep this system all the time. This is the best system for the players. Keep at it. Even if we play Brazil in the semi-finals, still play 4-3-3. Still play 4-3-3. Then at least we know our identity.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, I'll go through the first half stats before I go into the comments.
Yeah.
England's had 82% possession to 18% from Iran. 7 shots from England, 1 from Iran, 4 on target from England, who have scored 3 of them, none on target from Iran, 2 off target for England and 1 off target for Iran, 407 passes from England, 88 passes from Iran. England's had 1 clear-cut chance, 4 corners, 1 offside. Yeah. Iran's had nothing. And Pickford hasn't had to make a save. Iran's had to make a save. And they've had 1 yellow card during that first half as well. I mean, I think the Iranians are very dirty players, and you can see they're trying to rough us up. And you can see they've got that bit of rivalry towards us, because I know the two countries politically don't like each other. And you can see it on the pitch as well, John, the way their players are going on. It's like a political battle, but on the football field instead. I mean, Jude Bellingham took his goal really well.
Lovely header.
That header, fantastic. And what a way to get your first goal in a World Cup tournament. Now he's set it at 8. And then Saka, what a goal that was from Saka as well, wasn't it? I mean, you know, what a goal. And then the Iranians were complaining that, you know, Maguire was all over them or something, but he wasn't. It was a clean header he got. And then Sterling as well from that Kane cross as well. Kane knew exactly where Sterling was, and Sterling stuck it in the back of the net. We look a totally different team from what we've been in the Nations League.
Yeah. Southgate
looks like he's up for this tournament. We keep playing like this, John, we could annihilate a few teams in this tournament and go a long way. We've got to keep it up. Second half, we've got to come out and still go at them, because we can't sit back now. We've got to keep on the front foot, because these Iranians, we could easily score 5, like Sefton said earlier on. And you laughed, you know. And I said 2-0, you said 1-0. But I'm going to quickly go to the comments. Sefton says 3-0, it's coming home. Rowley says the first half was a bit like watching the tune. That's what I'm saying. He's picked up tips off anyhow. Gary says, well, John, that's your 1-0 gone out the window, lol. Good job you didn't put a 1-0 bet on, John. You would have lost that.
I would have lost that.
Sefton says, crazy stuff. The keeper should have been off the pitch. Yeah, absolutely. Well said.
Thank you.
Sefton says, lol to Gary. I like that. Brilliant, Rowley. Gordon says, are you doing a fan's reaction at full time? I will be round about, I think, about 4:30, something like that, but I'll definitely put it out there.
Mine's just going to be 3:20 now, Tony.
20 past, yeah. Yeah, so possibly about 4:45 I'll do mine, maybe then. Wayne says, I think we're all wrong about the result. Yeah, I think we were. Sefton says, beer time. Yeah, exactly. Sefton says, I said 5 to Wayne. Wayne said that keeper should have been taken off straight away. It was a shambles. Absolutely a shambles. Yeah, totally agree. Sefton Mag. Oh, I did, but they're talking. Alan Shearer saying the same as John. Ridiculous and medical staff. Yeah, absolutely. He should have been off. The BBC are reporting ticket problems, so fans missed the start of the match.
Wow.
Well, if that's England fans, that wouldn't surprise me with Qatar, to be honest with you. I mean, we're dominating this game. Dominating it as in, you know, we could smash these for 6 or 7 today, John, if we put the foot down the second half. And for considering these were supposed to be a bit tougher to play against, we're making it look bloody easy, John.
We are totally, absolutely. It could be another 6-0 sort of thing against Panama. But you're absolutely right. We need to get more goals against these. We should get Callum Wilson on as well. I mean, give him a run, give him a 45-minute run as well, because he needs a bit of game time as well, by the way. But you're right. But this is a poor Iran team. England on Friday, you just mentioned there, Gareth Southgate is up for the fight, up for this World Cup, this tournament. I hope that is the case, because we want to see a cracking England side that's going to be going all the way in this final. We can go all the way with this team. We can. But you've got to let the players play the right game. And if you do that, let them express themselves, then who knows? But like I said, I want to be finishing top of the league, top of the group as well. We could end up facing Senegal, or could be Ecuador as well. That'd be an easy game for us as well. Or Koulibaly, Senegal as well, I will say that. But at the end of the day, one thing I'm going to say, just keep going, England. Keep going. You're doing fantastic. Be ruthless. Score some more goals. Just show us that we are a serious nation, that we're going to do things, you know what I mean? Get another couple of goals in, make some changes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Sefton says, brilliant first half. Trippier's playing well. Yeah, Trippier's having a good half as well. I mean, you know, his corner, wasn't it, as well? Sefton says, we need to keep up the momentum. Agreed, John. I hope we see Callum Wilson. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice to see Callum Wilson come on in some time. And what you got to remember, guys, as well, remember their keeper's gone off for concussion. So we have 6 subs now to play with in the second half. We can change 6 players if we want to and give players a rest. So we've got 6 subs now. So that's even better, isn't it? And but I mean, you know, I would you take Kane off after, say, 60 minutes and then give Callum Wilson half an hour? Or would you take Kane off now and give Callum Wilson 45 minutes? I mean, maybe you want to keep Kane on to see if he can get a goal as well. I mean, but, you know, what do you think, John?
I don't see why not. I think Harry Kane's done a job. I mean, get another goal or 2 in and then make a change for me. But give it 60 minutes and then take off Kane, bring Callum Wilson on. Do you know what? I can bring Nick Pope in as well. Give him some World Cup experience as well. Do you know what I mean? But give him a go. Do you know what I mean? But there's some players on there as well. I mean, James Maddison's stopped playing in. He's out injured, unfortunately. But look, at the end of the day, right, I'd just say after 60 minutes, 70 minutes, just bring on 2 players at a time if you like 10 minutes. Like Chris said, what a great first half for England, but we need to do more and we need to be beating better teams as well, because this Iranian team is a very, very dirty, poor side. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. They are. I mean, while I'm on, guys, if you like what you see, please hit those like buttons. It really helps the channel move up the search settings, and people can find it a lot more easily as well. And also, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so and helps grow the channel. Also, hit the bell notification. That tells you when I've got a pre-recorded video on, or I'm live, or I've got upcoming shows come on. So thank you very much for that indeed. And I'll go back to comments now. And Chris says, what a great first half for England. Absolutely, Chris. Now let's smash it in the second half. Joseph Connor Golden. Hello to you, Joseph. Obviously new on the channel. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Declan Rice playing well. Not usually a fan of his, Tony and John. Yeah, Declan Rice has had a good first half, Joseph. I think he's played really well. And he can, you know, he's done nothing wrong, has he, John? He's done what he's had to do.
Keeping it simple, mate. Keeping it simple. I mean, he went close to the header sort of thing, so it's just missed him. But he's just keeping it simple. Just no nonsense. Just keeping things ticking, like Bentancur-esque.
Yeah. Sefton says, dodgy keeper. Sefton says, teams are back out, lads. Paul from Toon Reviews doing a watch along on his channel. Yeah, if you want to watch the alternative commentary to the BBC, nip along and watch Mr. Toon Review, Mr. Paul, because he is a great lad, as Paul.
Loving the bits, man. Loving the bits, man.
And Wayne says, I know, John, but they haven't had a shot, but would love to see Pope. So I think that's what he means, Pope. So the second half is just kicking off now, guys. So thank you for coming on and watching, and thank you, John, for coming on with the halftime analysis.
No problem.
And I'm going to redo my prediction before I go. And I'm going to be bold. England 6-0.
I'll go 5.
5. There we go, lads.
Go
Thank you
5.
very much. And we will see you on John Sinclair TV at around 3:20ish, because this game's going to overrun a little bit. So log into John Sinclair, and then I'll be on later with the match reaction with the time. I'll confirm that properly, and then come along as well, please. But as I say, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Really helps the channel grow, and hit those likes as well. Thank you, guys, and thank you, John. And I will see you later, mate.
No problem. 20 past
Enjoy the game.
Check
Come on.
Go on, England.
Come on.
Go on, England.
Come on.